Shawn. It's July 28th. I don't know what time it is because it's summer, so I don't keep track of the time. Loved your Crossfire video with all the Reading Rainbow stuff and the numbering and all the technology stuff that you can do that I can't. And I'm not doing, so I've just got the books here next to me. I'm just going to show them, I guess, and read what I got. So, without further ado, I guess here we go. So, this book is called Devil's Kiss by Swat Shada. I probably butchered the name. I'm sorry. So the story follows Billy Sangreal, and it's kind of like the Knights Templar are still around and they're fighting demons and evil in present times. So we follow around Billy, who is the youngest and only female knight in the Knights Templar, and we follow her struggles as both a young knight and as a teenager. So there's the cover again. Alright, number 2 is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. The story is based in Nazi Germany and follows around a little girl named Liesel. And Liesel begins stealing books, and with the help of her foster father learns to read. The interesting part of this story is that it's told from like the Grim Reaper's perspective, and he sort of has a fascination with Liesel. So it's a really great book, and it's something I think everyone should read. So there it is. Alright, so I don't own actually all the books on my list, so here's my little computerized printout version. Sorry. So, yeah, there it is. But this is Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rahl. It's an old classic story about a boy and his dogs and how he learns about, life, love, loss, all of that. It's really nice, but warning, people have a tendency to cry at the end of this book. I didn't, but, I've had experience with it. Oh, I gotta give my props to Mr. Crispell, who read this book to my 3rd grade class. Go, Mr. Crispell. Okay, number 7 is Secret Garden, by Frances Burnett. This is one of my favorite books and movies. I've seen, every version of it. But it's about Mary Lennox, who is a British girl living in British-occupied India. And her parents die in an earthquake, and she's sent to live with her crippled uncle, Lord Craven. She soon discovers a locked garden, which she rebuilds with the help of Dickon and her sickly cousin, Colin. Warning, if you watch the movies, they have a tendency to change Colin from her cousin to, just a friend. They change it for reasons I'm not going to tell you. You have to read the book or watch the movies, depending on your preference. Number 6 is Graceling by Kristen Kishore. It's about a girl named Katza, who is a Graceling, meaning she has mismatched eyes and special powers. Her power is incredibly dangerous, and for the majority of her life, she's used as a weapon. But her whole life changes when she meets the mysterious Prince Po. The book is full of magic and humor and rebellion and, of course, love. The companion to this book is Fire. It's not as good, but it's alright. And there's the book again. Okay. Number 5. We're halfway there. This is another one of my beautiful printouts. I actually own this book, but my friend Brittany is borrowing it. And I don't have it right now, so here's once again my little cutout. So it's Carpe Diem by Autumn Cornwall. It's not part of my normal genre, at all. It's present day, it's got no magic, but it's still a really good book. So the main character is Vassar Spore, and every moment of her life has been planned. She has this list of everything she's going to accomplish throughout her entire life. I'm going to marry a surgeon or a doctor who is 6'2" with blonde hair. It's really weirdly specific. But her whole life changes when she gets an odd present from her grandmother to go to, Thailand, I think it is. Sorry if I'm wrong. And go on this adventure. So we follow Vassar as she learns about her family's secret and how to live without a plan. Alright, number 4, one of my other beautiful cutouts, is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I think everyone's read this book, right? I don't even really need to give a synopsis. Alright, I'll give you a basics just in case. So, the basics of this book is Ponyboy, yes, that's his real name, Ponyboy Curtis is a smart kid living with his 2 brothers in kind of like a ghetto. And the book follows the social battle between the Greasers and the Socs. Ponyboy and his friend Johnny get into some trouble, mayhem ensues. It's got a sad, happy, sappy ending, you know. Everything sort of works out in the end, but not how they planned. You know the deal. Alright, number 3 is the Atolia series. Now this, I hope this series isn't over. I think there's going to be a 5th book, but I don't know for sure. The series is by Megan Wallen Turner, and the books in order are The Thief, The Queen of Atolia, The King of Atolia, and A Conspiracy of Kings. The series is mostly centered on Gen, who is the best thief in the world. Without giving away too much, in the first book, Gen is hired to steal a precious artifact called Hamathi's Gift. Little does his employer know that Gen has his own agenda. The book is Grecian-inspired, so it's kind of oldie times. It's very cool. It's full of witty humor and more of a realistic love. Not like I look across the room and I fall in love with you. It's like the real trials of love, sort of. Okay, number 2 is a book series really close to my heart. It's the Song of the Lioness series by Tamora Pierce. It's based in the fictional land of Tortal? I'm not sure how I'd say that. Where many people possess the magic known as the gift. Alana of Traybound wants nothing more to be a knight, and that doesn't exactly fly with her father or, you know, the social whatever. Alana is forced to switch places with her twin brother, who wishes to be a sorcerer, and she has to masquerade as a boy. The book series in order is Alana the First Adventure, In the Hand of the Goddess, The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, and Lioness Rampant. It's a great series. I really love it. Pierce has quite a few other things that are really good. She's just a great author. I love her a lot. Right, number 1. Are you ready? Sure? Positive? Completely positive? Are you ready? Really? 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 No. Sorry. Okay. My number 1 is The Redemption of Althelis. Shawn, this was your number 2, I think. And this book is just falling apart. You've given the synopsis already, but this is the one that I found in a thrift store a couple years ago. But I don't know if you can see, this thing is just falling apart. It's so sad. I try to, like, not take it out ever, but, you know, the spine is completely gone. It's just in shambles. I found it in a thrift store for, like, $1. It's great. So because, Shawn, you already gave the synopsis, help me, synopsis, I'm going to read the first paragraph, which actually caused me to buy this book, because after I read this, I'm like, oh my god, gotta read this. So, this is the first page, first paragraph of The Redemption of Althelis by David and Lee Eddings. Okay. In defense of Althelis, it should be noted that he was in a very tight financial circumstance and more than a little tipsy when he agreed to undertake the theft of the book. Had he been completely sober and had not reached the very bottom of his purse, he might have asked more questions about the house at the end of the world, and he most certainly would have asked many more about the owner of the book. That's it. That's my top 10, but you know, that could always change. Tomorrow I might pick up a book that throws the whole system off. But until then, I love you. See you later. Bye.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading